Nobody believes me, but I tell you, I saw a dragon.
Faendal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's all... It's probably not a good idea to walk around naked like that. Truly? So maybe my mother isn't crazy after all. You had best tell the Jarl in Whiterun. He needs to know about this. Truly? So maybe my mother isn't crazy after all. You had best tell the Jarl in... Run. He needs to know about this. You look like a traveler. So... You should come hear me play at the Sleeping Giant Inn. For a small... Lucan's got a little bit of everything at the Riverwood Trader. If you need weapons or armor, see Alvor, the blacksmith. Camilla Valerius knows I'm the best man in Riverwood. That elf is kidding himself if he thinks she would choose him over me. I've seen him sneaking over to the Riverwood Trader to speak with her when I'm not around. He's wasting his time. You may be right. Camilla may see Faendal as little more than a friend. But why take chances?
I hope that dragon isn't still flying around here somewhere. So did I. If the damn Stormcloak somehow found one, or woke it up, the war might be about to take an ugly turn. Hard to believe it was just a coincidence, that the first dragon anyone's seen for centuries attacks just as Ulfric was about to be executed. I still almost can't believe it. A real live dragon. Well, you didn't know? That was Ulfric Stormcloak and his top lieutenants. Right, the leader of the Stormcloaks. They claim to be fighting for Skyrim's freedom, but the war is really all about Ulfric wanting to be High King of Skyrim. You haven't heard of the civil war in Skyrim? I guess down in Cyrodiil, people have other things to worry about. It's pretty simple. Ulfric founded the Stormcloaks years ago, as a sort of private army to advance his ambitions. He's always used the ban on the worship of Talos to stir people up against the Empire. He never succeeded in getting much support, so a few months ago he murdered the High King. That got the Empire's attention. Good luck. If you get a chance, look me up in Solitude.
Ain't every day we get visitors in Riverwood. Gerder's family first settled here as woodcutters a few generations ago. She and Hod run the mill. I make a decent living sharpening axes and fixing the sawmill. I see no harm in it, if you have the skill. The grindstone will improve your weapons. Use the table to improve your armor. If you've got the raw materials, you can use the forge to make something new.
Of course. Take what you need.
There's something you could do for me. For all of us here. The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt. Well, I'd better get some sleep. Don't mind me, though. You two make yourselves at home.
You lost?
It's nice to be back in a friendly spot, huh? Listen, I'm going to lay up here for a while.
Did you really see a dragon?
You can make your own way to Solitude from here. I'd recommend heading to Whiterun, just down the road from here. From there you can take a carriage to Solitude.
Papa says I'm too friendly with strangers. But you seem alright. My father is Alvor, the blacksmith. I'm his assistant. I mean apprentice.
Make yourself at home.
Someday, I'm going to forge my own sword.
Be careful.
Damn Stormcloak rebels. Of course. I know today wasn't the best introduction to the Legion, but I hope you'll give us another chance. The Legion could really use someone like you, especially now. And if the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them. I don't blame you for being angry about it. I would be too in your shoes. But it was all a mistake. You weren't supposed to be on that cart with those Stormcloak traitors. And the Imperial Legion needs your help, especially now with that dragon out there somewhere and Ulfric back on the loose. I hope so. The Legion is Skyrim's only hope right now. Come on, we better get moving.
How do you feel? I think you might be sick.
Hey, hands off. What do you think you're doing? Did you really see a dragon? My father is Alvor, the blacksmith. I'm his assistant. I mean apprentice.
Make yourself at home.
That letter ought to convince Camilla to never speak to Feindal ever again.
By sure, what do you want? It's my boy Sven you need to listen to. He sings at the inn most every night.
You look like a traveler. Someone that has seen faraway places and heard new stories. You should come hear me play at the Sleeping Giant Inn. For a small sum, you can play the song. I've been trained as a skald, as was my father and my father's father before him.
Keep your guard up. Can't wait to kill another of Ulfric's boys. Just head north, you can't miss it. It's the capital of Whiterun Hold, the biggest and the best of the 9 holds of Skyrim. But don't take my word for it. Be careful on the way, damn Stormcloak rebels. A masterstroke by General Tullius. He's only been in charge here for a few months, but he's turned things around for the Empire. We've been trying to catch Ulfric since the war started, but he always seemed to slip through our fingers, like he knew we were coming. This time, the General turned the tables on him. Ulfric rode right into our ambush with only a few bodyguards.
Wait. I know you. There's no mistake. You're a wanted man, and it's time to pay for your crimes. Nah. Well, your bounty is low. Alright, get out of my sight. But you're known to me now, scum. Remember that. They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready. Is this what you want? You need to do better than that. Give up while you still can. Wait. I know you. There's no mistake. You're a wanted man, and it's time to pay for your crimes. Good enough. I'll just confiscate any stolen goods you're carrying. Then you're free to go. Until next time.
You're not supposed to be here. Last warning. Leave now. Guards! Trespasser! That's close enough.
You have committed crimes against Skrim and her people. What say you in your defense? Smart man. Now come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods and you'll be free to go. After you pay the fine, of course. They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready.
What would you have me do then? Nothing?
My lord, please. This is no time for rash action. I just think
What's
we
the
need
meaning
more
of this
information
interruption?
before we act.
Jarl Balgrup
I
is
just-
not receiving visitors.
Who's this then?
As House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself. Whatever you have to say to the Jarl, you can say to me. I'm
all right.
starting to think...
I want to hear what he has to say. What's this about Riverwood being in danger? The smith, isn't he? Reliable, solid fellow. Not prone to flights of fancy. And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong? Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute, especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen? I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that
The Jarl of
dragon is lurking in the
Falkreath will
mountains...
view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while a dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. One moment.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my
Well done.
duties.
You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons. Farengar, I think I found someone
Come
who
to
can help
Dragon's
with
Reach
your
to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors? Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf One-Eye once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be. If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? Probably not. As long as I'm left alone to pursue my research, I don't care who gives the orders. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring me terribly. Good day.
Go ahead and fill him in with all the
It seems this damn... Ah, indeed? The Jarl. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could... Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from? I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there. Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we?
This is a priority.
I have my sources.
Anything we can
Reliable
use to fight
sources.
this dragon.
Oh,
Dragons.
I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls Barrow.
Before it's too late.
I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords. Oh no, many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgruf's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach. Of course, Jarl Balgruf.
You
I'm
won't
sure
get away
you
with
would
that.
be most useful.
Succeed at this, and you... May the gods watch over your battles, friend. What is it that you need? Now, if you don't mind, you've got a city to keep.
Brigands I can handle. But this talk of dragons? World gone mad, I say.
What would you have me do then? Nothing?
What's
My
the
lord,
meaning of this
please.
interruption?
This is no
Jarl
time for
Balgruuf
rash
is not
action.
receiving
I just think
visitors.
we need more information before we act.
As House Carl, my
Who's
job
this,
is to
then?
deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl
What's
or
this
his
about
people.
Riverwood being in
So
danger?
You have my attention.
Alvor?
Now explain yourself.
And you're sure Helgen was
My eyes.
destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong? What's this about Riverwood being in danger?
Alvor?
The smith, isn't he? And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong? Really? You're certainly forthright. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute. Especially now.
I serve
What I want
Jarl
to know
Balgruuf
is
as steward.
what exactly
Well,
happened at
there are
Helgen.
3 of them, arranged in
Next
3
time, deal with
tiers, as you
Avenici.
may have noticed.
What's this
Enjoy your
about
visit to
River
Dragon's Reach.
Alvor? And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some Stormcloak raid? What's this about Riverwood being in danger?